Hey y'all, it's been like 6 years. Why do I sound like this? Well, I am actually sick. I'm not gonna explain to you what type of sick I am, just gonna gross you out. It's almost 3 in the morning. It was a Friday night. I was just feeling nostalgic for the old vlogging days. I think I'm going to get back into it. I had to make it on my secret account, of course, not my current Gmail account. But I do know that when I run for office, how old am I? In 17 years, these videos will be unearthed. They might be used against me, but I stand by everything I say. Possibly. Who knows what I've said? Who knows? You gotta go back on Twitter. You gotta find those old tweets. You gotta delete them. You gotta go back on Facebook. You gotta find those old posts. You gotta delete them. Because you, when you're 15, pretty fucking dumb. Don't know what you're talking about. We learn all the time. We don't need it documented on the internet forever. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I really want to vlog. Because, that was my first love of YouTube. I started watching, I don't even remember her name. She was really cute. She was this cute East Asian girl. Probably if I heard her name. She would do makeup, and then she did a vlog before vlogs were really a thing. It was about like how to put in a tampon. And, whatever age I was just like, wow, this is a great video. And then she started telling life stories. And then I followed this other YouTuber who did makeup. She talked about her first kiss. She was 18 years old, which was very reassuring to me at the time. I think I was like 16. Then I found Philip DeFranco, who does news, but it's like more vloggy style. What does he say at the end? I love your faces. I always loved Philly D. A little too much. Okay, so we're already 2.5 minutes into this. So what am I going to vlog about? Well, I'm turning 25 in a few days. And I think I just want to talk about how your brain matures when you turn 25. So real quick, off the top of my head, this is a rehearsed 5 things that have matured in the last, let's do 5 years. Or 10 years. I don't know. 5 things that I can handle at 25 that I couldn't handle just a few years ago. 1, I'm not as good as procrastinating as I used to be. I have been procrastinating my whole life. I distinctly remember being in 2nd grade, getting home, knowing I'm supposed to do my homework, and literally doing my homework at 9 p.m. as a 7-year-old. My homework was probably just to trace some letters. I've been procrastinating most of my life. I think in 3rd grade, I got my first C because I just didn't turn in homework. I was a smart kid, never could do stuff on time. As I've gotten older, procrastinating just stresses me out so much, it's not even fun anymore. You know how sometimes you're like, I'll just watch Netflix and avoid all my obligations. Everything becomes less fun. So procrastinating still happens, but the amount of time that I used to be able to procrastinate for weeks, it was bad. Now at most I can procrastinate for a day, like a day. I can't, and that's like worst case scenario. Mostly I could do like 2 hours. So that's the first thing. The second thing, what I say dating. So this one's not the most fair because my dating experience is a little shorter than some others. I've only been dating technically, for the past 6 to 7 years. For folks that have been dating since they were in middle school, they got a good 5 years on me. But as I've gotten older, and this just comes with experience, you just see the signs, If someone's kind of rude when you first meet them, they're going to be rude in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. If they don't think you're funny, they're not ever going to think you're funny. And you're never going to get over it. If someone makes you feel really comfortable and safe, you need to calm the fuck down because it's probably just your hormones or the alcohol or the fact that you've known this person for 2 days, and of course they'll probably seem nice. So you just get older and you just see the signs more. You see what you like, and you just are like, actually, I like someone who's more open. I like someone who takes more charge. I like someone who's self-aware. You just get to know yourself more, but then you're also open more, like those stupid checklist things, like they don't really matter. Like I used to be like they really have to be funny. I don't care about that anymore. You just have to have a sense of humor, and you have to think I'm funny, because that's a fact. And if you don't believe facts, I can't do that. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, I make mistakes, but I know them right away. I guess I make less mistakes. Like, I know this is really bad. I'm gonna do it and deal with it later. I kind of I try to minimize that as much as possible. This kind of goes to procrastinating. Like, it's not fun to procrastinate. It's also not fun to do stupid things that you know are stupid right away. So, like, like, hey, this thing is due. I guess it's procrastinating. I'm going to ignore it. Or, like, I'm going to do this thing and I know it's going to make you upset. So I'm not going to talk about it. Just being, like, more direct, more intentional with my time is definitely something that I've gotten better at. It's just not fun. Like, Kanye has this thing where he's like, I don't lie because then it's too much work to remember your lies. I very much believe in that, and it's gotten more true. I'm a pretty decent liar, and as I've gotten older, I just don't like to lie or dodge or be indirect, because the energy having to keep up this farce of we're not going to talk about it or we're not going to deal with it, too much work. Too much energy, stresses me out too much, rather just get over with. Let's just do the thing. Let's have the conversation. I gotta make just get it over with, because I don't have time to be stressing about it. Just do it. The fourth thing is, these are all kind of linked. They're not really that interesting. I'm like a way better communicator because I'm more in touch with myself. I'm so mature. So I definitely was one of those kids who I was always kind of passive, a little bit of a pushover, and I always was very resentful of people growing up, because I was like, oh, you just never ask me how I'm doing, and you just boss me around. And even as I got older and more mature and had less bossy friends, I still wouldn't communicate. And I'd be like, I don't like this thing, so I'm not going to talk about it for a year and a half. And then I'm just going to secretly have a grudge. But then I'm also going to act self-righteous about not holding grudges. Meanwhile, I'm resent you. So what I used to do is I would just create distance. I was so aloof, so private. My life, if you want to know, you can know, but I guess you don't ever want to ask me anything, which is really immature. And I thought I was being mature, but I wasn't. So that's one thing I've learned, is that you gotta communicate, and you gotta know yourself well enough to be this is bothering me, and pretending it doesn't bother me. It's just not really helping anybody, because people can sense it. You can sense the tension, even if it's not a direct thing. It's just a general resentment, whatever. Don't carry that stuff around. Communicate. You gotta talk. And the fifth thing that I have learned, this is big for me. Don't just let things happen in your life. Do everything on purpose. And this is less letting things build up, oh, I don't want to turn in this assignment, or I don't want to do my laundry. This is more big things like taking job offers in school. So I'm in graduate school. When I graduated from college, I really didn't have any plan. I had one place I wanted to apply to, and then I didn't get it, and I just was like, whatever, I'll figure it out. And I took the job I took. No regrets. No regrets. Sorry, this video is over 10 minutes. Maybe I'll put a commercial in it so I can make like $2. Just kidding. I don't know how to do YouTube. Probably the only person who's going to watch this is Olivia and some randos. Thanks. Subscribe, like, comment below. But the fifth one, what do I mean? So, yeah, I took the first job-ish that I was offered because I just made no plans. And I didn't sit down and be like, what do I want for my life? Even if it's one thing to be like, I'm open to a lot of things, like I'm open to opportunities. But if you're just kind of like, I don't know, you just let anything happen in your life. If you're like in relationships, you're like, they seem nice. You end up dating someone for months, whatever. And you're like, why am I even dating you? Like, you're fine. But like, I could just not talk to you and that'd be fine too. So things like that. I'm in my last year of grad school. It's also my second year of grad school because it's only 2 years. And this time around, I'm going to be way more intentional about like finding a job, taking classes that are going to help me. I took a class last quarter that's like sucked a lot. I'm not going to get into it. It just sucked. And my tuition's pretty high. So every time I take a class that isn't going to help me in my career, I'm literally throwing thousands of dollars in the toilet. It's my money. I'm paying for this. So you got to think more about like your plan for life. And it doesn't even have to be a foolproof plan, but it just has to, everything should be done intentionally on purpose. You know, even who are you spending your time with? Where are you investing your time and energy? Are you just fucking around? Are you like just floating? You know, even if it's just doing nice things like discovering things about you, like getting a hobby, just do stuff on purpose. Don't just like sit around all day, like scrolling through your Instagram feed and being like, I'll get a job one day and everything will work out one day and I'll meet somebody one day and like everything, my laundry will get done one day. Like, you know, and it's like, really, it's this whole grown up thing. It's, you know, I see teenagers now and I'm repulsed. I even see 21-year-olds now. I harbor no. Good for you. I had a great time at 21. I'm not going back. I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I know this isn't a good example because I am now currently up 3 in the morning. But, you know, not getting at least 8 hours of sleep, not my jam. You know, having a home that you don't take care of, not my jam. Spending time with people I don't really like, not my jam. Doing things just 'cause, not really into it anymore. And when you're young, you're open and you should be open and you should be like, I'm still young, don't get me wrong. I'm still very young. But that brain getting a little harder. It's not so squishy. It's not so susceptible to nonsense going in there. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I might even post it. I might post it and then post another shorter one. Who knows? I'm talking on my phone in the middle of the night in my living room. But it's been good. I know it's been 6 years. I might do this on occasion. I might not ever do this again. Anyways, please vote for me in your upcoming election. Register to vote. If we still have a democracy in whatever year I said, you know, I hope you get out there and you vote and, you know, pick up your dog's poop. Okay. I don't know what my sign-off's going to be. This has been Brianna, chatting with Brianna. See you next time.